Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and welcome to another Sunday Reset. It is officially Saturday when I am filming this, the day before you're going to see this video. And my house is kind of a mess. It falls apart so easily, especially over summer because we're all home. And that's what happens because we live here and it just falls apart. So we've got a lot to get done. I've already got laundry going. We've got to get that done. I've got bathrooms to wipe down. I've got, just overall picking up and cleaning up to do. I've been filming like crazy. Danny and the boys just got back from camping yesterday. So I was just trying to like plow through a lot of work while they were gone. And so I just have a lot of cleanup for that. And that's pretty much it. So I'm glad you guys are here. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we go any further in today's video, I want to go ahead and thank our sponsor, Wild Grain. I have worked with Wild Grain multiple times in the past, and I'm thrilled to be sharing them with you again. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough bread, artisanal pastries, and fresh pasta. Although I have a lot of people in my life who are excellent sourdough makers, I have never had interest in baking bread myself, which is why I'm thrilled that I can now have a fresh sourdough, just waiting in my freezer. I can grab it, pop it in the oven while I'm making dinner, and we've got fresh sourdough bread in 25 minutes or less. If you know anything about sourdough bread, you know that it's way better on your body. And Wild Grain uses a slow fermentation process, which makes it extra gentle on your belly, makes it richer in nutrients and antioxidants, and it can help lower your blood sugar spikes. My favorite product from Wild Grain is hands down their croissants. They are buttery and flaky and slightly sweet. They almost feel too decadent to eat for breakfast or a snack. They almost feel like a dessert, but they are so incredibly good any time of day. Wild Grain is constantly putting out new and specialty items to try in your next box, so you'll never get bored. We also love their fresh pasta because it's fresh then frozen right in my freezer, and it cooks in a matter of minutes. It's so delicious when you're making homemade spaghetti or bolognese. And you get to feel good about purchasing from Wild Grain because with every new order, Wild Grain donates 2 meals to the Greater Boston Food Bank and other organizations fighting hunger. Also, they have a 100% plant-based box. So if you follow a plant-based diet, you can still get the benefit of the Wild Grain taste with their delicious pastries and pastas, all 100% plant-based. If you'd like to try Wild Grain, be sure to use the link down in my description box and use my code CharlotteGrove. That's gonna get you $30 off your first box and free croissants for life. Oh my goodness. So every box you get, you will get free croissants. My absolute favorite. I know you're going to love Wild Grain as much as my family and I have. I can't wait for you to give this a try. And thank you again to Wild Grain for sponsoring today's video. I wanted to show you guys this super cute cooler that I picked up yesterday at Target. It's a drink cooler. Well, it doesn't have to be. It is by Igloo, inspired by Sun Squad. So Sun Squad is a Target brand. It holds 12 quarts or 11 liters or 18 cans, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna show it to you. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty decent size. I've told you guys about my giant head, so that's like a decent size, but it's also small enough to fit in our little beach wagon. When we went to the beach last week, this past week, I put my drinks and like the kids, I grabbed a Sprite for each kiddo. I grabbed Danny a Coke Zero. I put them in my lunchbox that I used to bring to work, and that is not waterproof. So it was leaking everywhere, got the towels wet and everything. So we needed something that is waterproof. And I don't want to take a broom in that other cooler that I keep the food in. So I grabbed this one. It was $19 at Target. I thought that that was such a great steal. So love that. I will link it for you down below. And I'm just gonna keep it here in my pantry. I'm on the floor because I'm gonna use it all the time because we're gonna go to the beach all the time. So I actually had plans to go to the beach again this past week with my friend Sandy, but then the weather got really gross and it's gross again today. It is raining, of course, because it's the weekend. So this is like, what weekend in a row, Danny? Like 16, 17?
Well, we didn't have rain last weekend, so it broke.
Yes, we did.
Weekend. Oh, yeah, weekend 24.
Weekend 24.
Where we've had rain.
It's insane. It's insane. And not like last weekend, Saturday was fine, but then it rained Sunday morning, which it didn't show rain in the forecast. And that was the day after the party, and like overnight it rained and into the morning, so that sucked. Got a bunch of stuff wet.
We're at 11% today, and it's been raining
all day. Yeah, it literally has just been drizzling enough to keep it cloudy and ugly. Danny's throwing trash away, so you hear that in the background. But it's just been gross. Like, I'm so over the rain. Just so over the rain. It is what it is. What's nice about the rain is, and we don't have to run the sprinklers, but last week was insane hot and it fried my flowers. I tried so hard to keep them hydrated and it did not matter. It just fried them. So I'm gonna try to bring them back to life. These ones on my back deck, they may not come back to life. I'll show them to you here in a minute. Also, we had a huge windstorm last week. It blew my table over and broke my umbrella on my back deck. So that is such a bummer. It's not fixable. It's wooden. And it's out of stock on Target. So I'm gonna keep my eye open for it, but I love that umbrella. So I don't know, I'm gonna see what I can do, but it is broken. Danny was like, babe, I can fix 90% of things and this is broken. I also want to take you guys outside and give you an update on my plants. Remember I told you I was going to have the landscaper come? We ended up not doing that. I was so nervous about having someone else touch my plants anymore, or touch really anything anymore, just because we haven't had the best of luck with things. And so I really did not want to have another person come and then something happen. So Danny, my beloved husband and wonderful man, actually handpicked off all of the dead leaves on my Annabelle hydrangea, and it looks incredible. It's leafing out again. I don't know if it will get new buds. We will see, but it is 100% leafing out. It looks so healthy. My roses, on the other hand, do not. I do think they'll be fine. They do have new growth, but they're just looking really, we'll see. But I'll take you out there and show you how everything looks, and I'm really happy. I do think they're gonna be fine. My hostas are out of control this year. I definitely have to split them next year. I think that the big one in the front, I could probably quarter. The other ones, I can at least half, maybe 3. What's the matter?
I got a bug bag on my wrist. You
gonna say hi to the peeps?
Hi, peeps. Oh, hi.
I love you.
Love you.
He's going to pick the boys up from a birthday party.
Yeah,
You're what?
gonna hang out for a little bit.
All right, I'll see you in a little while. I love you. While he's gone, we're gonna plow through this house because it's a mess. It's not terrible, it's fallen apart. It just needs to get put back together, and there's some like upkeep that needs to happen. I had that wonderful cleaning woman come, and she cleaned my house right before the party, like deep cleaned my entire downstairs and scrubbed the upstairs bathroom. And you guys, that was so worth every penny. 1, the peace of mind. I think I told you this already, the peace of mind. And 2, she just did such a great job. So I am actually going to have her come every 2 to 3 weeks to do deep cleaning. Like, she did my lights and baseboards and like just the bathrooms alone is so worth it. And you know, Danny was like, but this is your job now. And I was like, no, I hear you. It totally is. And I'm fine with that. And once school goes back and everybody goes back, maybe I'll have her come once a month, just to scrub all the things I don't want to scrub. You know what I mean? Like, I hate scrubbing showers. I just do not enjoy it. I don't mind all the other parts of the bathrooms, but she just did such a great job. She felt worth it, you know, for once or twice a month. So, you know, Danny's like, I really don't want to pay other people to do something that we can do ourselves, but I was like, you gonna do it? Because I know you don't want to, and you know I don't want to. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plow through these things, and I already ordered groceries this morning. I like literally just did it. I got a super late start this morning. I slept in because it's cloudy, and Danny came in and woke me up at 8, brought me coffee in bed. It was so sweet. And then we hung out on the front porch, of course, until like 9:45, as we often do. And then I went in and got ready. By the time I was done getting ready, then my June favorites video went up, and I realized I hadn't linked anything. And you guys were leaving me comments like, where are the links? And I felt so terrible. It's because I had to submit that video for approval. And would you believe it, that the automatic cat feeder is going off? Oh, I mentioned that in that video. We're gonna give it a second. This is gonna be like our inside joke now, you guys, the automatic cat feeder. It goes off 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, night. And apparently when I like to get on the camera, which makes sense because it's about 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, this is the afternoon feeding. This is typically when I finally am like able to get things done because I spend the morning doing other things, right? So I was getting ready this morning, realized I hadn't linked anything in that video, so went and sat down and linked all of that. That is time consuming, that does take a long time. Danny was like, I can do that for you, but I have to show him how, I gotta like teach him. Because that would be very helpful. It does take a very long time to do that, and so I just need to like be in the mindset, and I should do it every time I schedule the video, but that one I needed to send for approval before, and I was like, let me get this sent and then I'll go back and link all of these, and then I didn't because ADHD. So it's done now, it's all linked. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I am loving the favorites video. We're definitely gonna be doing that every month because I love it and you guys seem to really love it. So I linked all of that, got myself ready, came out and made myself an omelet, which you will see the recipe to that. My cousin Susan, it's her omelet that she makes every morning. She made it for us while she was here. And I've been making it every day since she left. And I ate it the whole time she was here, and I've been eating it since she left, and I love it. And I thought I'd get sick of it, and I probably will, but if you have ADHD, you know that you get hyperfixated on a certain meal and you eat it all the time until you're so sick of it that you never eat it again. So we'll see what happens. But I made myself that omelet, went and sat down at my desk, ate that, ordered groceries, meal planned for the upcoming week, answered all the comments on today's video so far. And now here we are, it's 1 o'clock and it's time to get other things done. So Danny had left, took Aiden to the gym, took the little boys to the birthday party. Michaela's at work. He's going to now go back to that party, grab the boys, hang out there for a little while, and I'm gonna power through cleaning, and then I'm gonna reward myself for getting all of my to-do list done with reading, because I've got like this much left of my book, and if I don't finish it today, I'm probably going to internally combust. Sat down last night with the kids. They wanted to watch Romeo and Juliet. So I was like, great, we've seen it 100 times, let's watch it. I watched it, and then I was like, I'm gonna sneak my book over here under the blanket. And I was reading. I was still present with the kids, you know, but then per usual, I fell asleep on the couch. Danny and I both did. It happens. And then Ryan was like, you guys thought I was gonna fall asleep. Which we did because he was really tired, but it was us that fell asleep. It never fails. We made a list this morning of all the things we want to get done over the summer, like with the kids, like fun stuff. We want to, next week, we're definitely going to see the new How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. We are huge How to Train Your Dragon fans. Danny watched all of them with the kids and all of the series and everything. So we're going to go watch that and try to go to the beach again next week. And then that thing's going to beep in a second. I also would really like to take my kids this summer to the planetarium. Have you guys ever been to the planetarium and done like, you know, where you sit down and you look up and they like take you through the galaxies and stuff? I remember doing that as a kid and I loved it. And when we lived in Las Vegas and we worked in the school systems there, there was a like portable, it was called, a digitarium, I think is what it was called, but it was like a blow up bubble, like cloth bubble that you went inside. And then Mr. Lord, our gifted and talented teacher, he ran this and all the kids got to come and he would, you know, show you, it would be like a little planetarium inside and you would get to look at like constellations, and it was so fun. And I want to take my kids to go do that. I don't think that all of my children have been to the planetarium. I know Michaela and I went with Girl Scouts when we lived in Vegas, but I don't know that everybody else has been. And I remember going as a kid. Living in Southern California, planetariums were everywhere, but I don't think my boys have been. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna find one. I guarantee I could find one in Worcester or Providence. We've got plenty of big cities around us that we can find one. So that's, if you're from the area, let me know if you know of one that's good. Like from the Quiet Corner area, from, you know, I live where Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut all touch. I live in that tiny little corner right there. So really we can get to anything, Connecticut, Rhode Island, or Massachusetts. So let me know. And that's something on our list. I really, 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 really want to take my kids to do that. So anyway, this is so much chatting. It's always so much chatting. I'm so glad you guys are here. Apparently, I am starved for adult conversation. And when Danny's not here and I don't have anybody else to talk to, what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna turn on my music, probably turn on something fun to listen to in my ear, some kind of audio, and call it a day. Glad you guys are here. Let's get into cleaning. Okay, my friends, we're going to go ahead and get into this cleaning now, and I'm going to let you know that I did speed everything up pretty significantly throughout this entire video because I don't want it to be too long, and we got a lot done today. So I'm starting off by filling up my water bottle and grabbing all of my supplements. I hadn't taken them yet, but I had just finished eating. Took all my supplements. I do think that I talked about them in a previous video, but I take a probiotic. I also take Hyacera by Ritual, which is hyaluronic acid. I had to think about it for a second. I also take the Womanness Beauty Active Joint and Beauty, I think it's called. And I also grabbed my Groon's vegetables. No, my Groon's daily supplement as well. So that's what you see on the counter there that I'm eating. I'm just kind of eating them like one as I go because they're so good. They're like a little treat. So that's what we're doing. I also took a minute to just clean off the table and get this, all cleaned up. Like I said, we're moving quickly because I have it sped up 4 times. This is not how fast I was moving. I just literally sped it up. But like I mentioned earlier, I really was just having to do like regular everyday cleaning since that lovely cleaning woman did such a great job on my house last week. She came in and did it on last Tuesday. So it was almost, it was like 10 days. 12 days, I guess, that it had been since she did it, and I've just been trying to keep up on it. So when she comes again, it's going to be time for another deep clean, but she just did such a great job, and it's been easier to keep up on everything. So I also wanted to ask you, I thought about this when I was actually filming, but when you guys are cleaning up and like putting things away, do you just kind of grab things as you go? Like right there, I've got that tripod for my phone. Then I'm like putting random things away off the counter. Do you guys clean up like this? This is literally how I clean all of the time. I just kind of go from one area to the other. When I'm filming, I try to be a little bit more focused so I'm not super scatterbrained and all over the place, but that is typically how I clean. I just kind of work my way through the house, find things that aren't where they need to be and move them. And then when I'm in that space, I do the same and then move to go put them away. And then when I'm in that space, I move things. It's just kind of all over the place. Do you guys do that too? I'm curious. We're going to take a second to get the dishwasher loaded up and we're going to wipe down the counters in the kitchen. I also wanted to clean Danny's hat. Like I said, they had just gotten back from camping and he took his new waterproof hat with him and it smelled like campfire. So I wanted to give it a quick wash. It says to hand wash it. So I did just with dish soap. Turned out great. It's hanging in the laundry room to dry and it's perfect. Moving into the living room, I wanted to take a second after I picked up everything to just vacuum off the sofa. I noticed when we were laying on it last night for the movie that it needed a vacuum. So I grabbed my vacuum, put on the little nozzle, took all the pillows off, and we're just going to vacuum it really quickly. Now that the party's over, I do need to wash it. I just need to do it. It's just not a task for today, but maybe in our next Sunday reset, we're going to get that done. I think we're going to do it. Mark my word. If I don't do it, call me out on it, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen. So we're just going to vacuum it down. My cats and my dog love the sofa. A white sofa probably wasn't the best idea, but I try to vacuum it like once a week and it's fine. But just something to keep in mind if you've got a lot of pets like I do and you let them on to your furniture. So there's that, but going to get this cleaned off, and then I'm also going to vacuum the floor pillows. I posted about those in a reel this week, and I love those floor pillows. They're so comfortable. My animals love them as well, as did the kids last night for movie night. They're just so plush and comfy. They're great. I'm also fluffing the throw pillows, and then I'm also going to spray some linen spray onto the couch. This linen spray is just from Home Goods. It smells so good, and I like to just kind of freshen it up. Once a week, I go through my house and use some Arm & Hammer carpet deodorizer on my rugs because, like I said, I have a lot of pets and it can get stinky. So I just go through my house, put this on my rugs. It says to let it sit for about 15 minutes. So we're going to put this down and then go and do other things, and we'll come back and vacuum that up. So we're going to just clean up the bathroom really quickly. Again, just like weekly things. Since Edna, the lovely, sweet, wonderful cleaning lady, had deep cleaned it in here. She even wiped down all of the what is that? Shiplap? There we go, on the walls. And it was just very nice that she did that. So just going to do some regular, everyday cleaning. We're going to wipe down the counters and everything. I did order a new rug for my kitchen. That one that I have in there is from Amazon, and it's $50, and it's trashed from just cooking and dropping things on it. It's been in there, I think, for 2 years. So I did just order a new one, and that will get replaced, but it desperately needed it. And I also ordered some really affordable rugs from Amazon for my primary bathroom. Right now, the ones I have in there are cream colored and pinky kind of. And I wanted blue because that's what we have in the bedroom. So it would only make sense. I also got a new shower curtain because the one we have is completely stained from our hard water. So you'll probably see that in next week's Sunday reset, that we'll put the new rugs down, put the new shower curtain on, because I should have those by then. I did order them on Amazon, so hopefully they'll be coming soon. I had baskets full of clean laundry that my kids had kind of taken out of the dryer so they could put in another load. So I'm just running those through the dryer again to fluff them up, and then I'm folding them. So while those are going, I'm going to quickly clean the glass here on my front door. You'll notice I have some more Amazon boxes there. Goodness gracious. But we're just going to clean this off. We're also going to clean the mirror that's here in this entryway, and then it's going to be time. Well, I think I vacuum first. Just cleaning with ADHD is very interesting. Sometimes I can get like, oh, I did clean the mirror first. I get uber distracted and, go all over the place, but I try really hard to focus on what I'm doing. It is very soothing and very relaxing and rewarding to clean. I love to clean. I like only when I want to, of course. If I have to, it's a different story. But when I have the time and I can clean like this, it's just so satisfying. And I love to look at, the clean house at the end. It's so rewarding. So I enjoy that. But we're going to go through and vacuum up all of that carpet deodorizer now. And I'm telling you, that stuff makes a big difference. But look at that rug in my kitchen. Ugh, it is so gross. I actually am kind of upset that I didn't get that before Michaela's party. People, I guarantee you, did not notice, but it probably would have been nice if I could have had that. So I did order a new one, the same exact rug, because I like it. You're going to be shocked when you see the difference, but I have not ordered that rug yet for the dining room. I need to do that too. Just one thing at a time, one paycheck at a time. We're not trying to buy all the things at once. Now that I got up all of the carpet deodorizer, I wanted to turn on the robot vacuum and mop. I love that thing. The thing is the best. So I'm just going to pick up our little stools here at the island. Then I'm grabbing my phone to get the vacuum and mop started. And while that's working, we're going to head into the office and break down boxes so we can take those to the dump to recycle them. So there's Guinness. He loves laying here in the office. This is his bedroom, let me tell you. So just going to break down these boxes. If you notice that little brown bag there down in the right-hand corner, that is from Scranton's, my favorite antique shop in Woodstock, Connecticut. Scranton Shops. So I did pick up a few new things. I'll share those with you in a future video and reel, so stay tuned. But we're going to get all this stuff put away, and then oddly enough, I'm going to vacuum off the bed. I literally just washed it before my cousin Susan came for Michaela's party, so I don't want to wash it again, but it gets hairy from Guinness laying here, so I just vacuum it off every couple of days. Which is kind of pathetic, but he sheds a lot. So got my coffee pods there, gonna take this stuff out to the recycling, gonna vacuum off the bed, and it'll be time to flip over the laundry again. The house is feeling so fresh and clean, ready for a new week. The only thing I didn't do in this video was put away the groceries and clean up my bedroom. It's cleaned up. I just need to dust, vacuum. I was dancing right there. And clean out my bathroom, but I'm gonna do that later. I wanted to get this video edited so that it can go up Sunday morning like they normally do, instead of me editing them Sunday morning. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to finish up this load of laundry and then go sit down and get that video edited, and I'll clean the bathroom and my bedroom tomorrow. There's always time for that, and I'm really looking forward to it. Danny and I are headed out to play some darts and grab a drink together, so that'll be fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found some motivation to check something off your to-do list. If you did, I'd love to have you subscribe and come back for more. It's free to subscribe to my channel, and if you hit the little bell, you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I post 3 to 4 new videos every single week, so hopefully I'll get to see you in the very near future. Take care, my friends.